Good morning. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. My paper pumpkin came, and I think it was day before yesterday, and I have been playing with it a little bit. So I wanted to share with you on this pop-up my alternatives for March 2023. Here is my host code and my information. If you would like to place an order with me, I'll just go through that really quick. And this is where you can reach me if you have any questions. Shop with me here and visit my YouTube channel as well. Good morning, friends. Good morning. The first thing I want to do is thank you guys for telling me that I made my card up. I put the map upside down when I finished the second part of my live Tuesday or yesterday, whenever it was, I don't know. But I'll tell you, my head has been on sideways lately, and I couldn't believe that I did that. And so thank you for telling me. And I think Cindy said, I hope you can fix it. Well, I did fix it. And it was really easy. All I did was pick up the cluster that I had made here and put on the wrong side. That's how it got upside down. I didn't even pay attention at all. And then I cut away the top part of the card and then stuck it on another one because, of course, it would have been opened upside down. So now they're both correct. Thanks to you guys setting me straight. So I appreciate that. And here is the matching envelope. So now I have a nice one for my shop to have up and everybody can see it. And then I have one that somebody will win. Okay. Paper pumpkin. Yours came yesterday, Diane. Do you love it? Do you like it? You know, the instructions show you 3 ways to use the paper pumpkin. And hi, Rosemary. And those are lovely, and you can just go into the instructions, follow them completely, and voila, you're done. And that you're using everything that's all-inclusive in the kit. A lot of us like to expand out farther with what we have in our kit, maybe add some things to it, some other cardstock, some other stamps, some other dies, and expand the kit to make other things. So demonstrators come on and they show their alternatives, and you can also go to find more paper pumpkin here at the stampinup.com paper pumpkin /coordination. So there's all kinds of ideas you can get. This sheet is very informative. It tells you the colors that are in the kit. This one's very colorful for spring, celebrating 10 years of growth of paper pumpkin. And because of the celebration, Stampin' Up! So kindly gave us an extra stamp set in this kit. So you got 2 stamp sets this time. Usually you get 1, usually about this size here. But because it's our anniversary, we got 2. And they're adorable. Now, your paper pumpkin will come right to your door if you subscribe. And all the information about subscribing is on page 10 of the annual catalog. There's many options and you can cancel anytime. But if you're not sure if you want to be a subscriber quite yet, just let me know if you live close to me and you can pick it up. I can order an extra one for you. You can just pay me for your one-time kit. And you can pick it up and then try it out and then subscribe later if you want. Or you can just let me know every time you want one and I'll add one for you. Not a problem. So let's open it up. I've opened mine already and been playing with it. Hey, Carol. So it's not in the order it comes. It comes nice and neat for you. Everything wrapped up and contained. There's another little flyer about the things that are coming up. This is all the little things. Paper pumpkin kit coming up next month, so you could read all about that. And then celebrating this one here, all the information about that. So let's see how I have this put together right now. Here are some of, I have one laying out here. Here are some of the punch outs. So there are sheets of images that you can just punch out and they're ready to go. These are the pots for the trees, and they're in white and they're embossed, so I absolutely love them. Here's some banners for stamping the sentiments and adding them to your card. Again, just punch them out. Here are some greenery and some pots. The colors are Orchid Oasis, and the green is shaded spruce, and the pink is polished pink. And then there's a lot of gold in this kit, so it makes it dressy. Here is a large tag that you can punch out as well, and it can take up a lot of room on the front of your card to add these happy gold happy words. Aren't they darling? I love this part. Then here's a little bit of foliage in a, I don't know what color green this is, it says on the instructions. And then also remember, you can turn it over and they're white. And they look like they've got, the cutout looks like it's got a little trim of brown in there, like craft color, so I love that as well, the backside. You do get an ink spot, polished pink. I'm going to put mine away. I don't use my spots. I use my full-size pads if I have the color. And then our adhesives, we have mini dimensionals this time and mini glue dots. So it's wonderful that you always get to add on to your adhesives by putting those away into your, where you keep your regular adhesives, and keeps you from having to purchase them probably a lot. It saves you a lot because you get some every month. Okay, here are the cards. Here is one. It's a shelf in a den or a living room. The look is very, I thought this was very cute for the girls, the ladies that are in their 40s or lower, even 50s and lower. This is a more modern look. So I thought it was good for the younger people. Then, younger than me anyway, way younger. And then this beautiful, beautiful window. First thing I thought of was a church window, stained glass, that type of thing. But I didn't want to go into that much detail with these cards, so maybe I will later. I don't know, but I didn't for this live. And then this is my favorite. I love polka dots. I love gold. I love white. So this one grabbed me right away. Then we have the pretty envelopes that coordinate with all of the cards. So here's some more of the punch outs. And then there's a nice piece of cardboard that I would keep. Sometimes we need cardboard. And then the gold tissue that came when it was all wrapped nicely. Okay, so let me get started. Which one should I start with? Let's start with this one. I'm going to put this behind me. So if I say, where did my kit go? You can type in behind me, behind you. All right, so here is the card base. I'm going to put my ink spot away. And my adhesives, I think I'll put those away since they're fresh and I have some open already. And then I need my punch outs. Okay, so I am going to punch out a large white embossed pot and use it on this card. I am going to also cut out one of the banners, Hi Nancy, to stamp on. And then I am going to cut out 2 of these, of this greenery here. And I'm going to use one on the white side and one on the green side. Actually, I'm going to do the bigger one. There's a bigger one and then there's the single one, so I'm going to use the bigger one. I'm patient with this because you don't want to tear anything. I want to tell you also, I might get interrupted during this during this live, my husband just told me that our contractor's who happens to be my son-in-law, is coming over. And we all know how men are. They might ask me a question, and I told him to feel free. You guys would understand if they didn't know the answer. If Rick asks a question that Ken isn't sure, he might come out and ask me. So that's what's going on with that, if that even happens. Okay, so look at how, I love this one. Look at that, it's got the little gold dots in it, and it's very, very, it's like a fern, and I love, well, they all are, but this one's more realistic to me. I love it. I just love that one. Okay, so this card is quick and easy. The first thing I'm going to do is take some dimensionals and put them on the back of the pot. Let's see, I'm going to arrange the white one first. And so I think I'll take the backings off and set that down like that. Keep both of them. Then I will take the larger, the double, and on the green side, attach that, hygiene, and then this fern back there like that. Isn't that great how that is just so easy and works so well quickly? There's my banner. Look how pretty that is. Simple, simple, simple. All right, so then the banner, and then the stamp that says, you deserve the best. I thought I had it out. Did I put it back? Yes, I put it back. So the stamps, one of them says, you deserve the best. And I am going to, isn't it pretty? Yes, Jean, it is. I'm so glad you got this one. Tap, tap, tap. Thank you, Marcia. And then stamp right on this banner that's made just to fit these sentiments. Hi, Michelle. Okay. So now, in the kit, you'll have your own mini little glue dots, but mine are out already. And I'm just going to take two and put them on the end of the U, closer to where it says U, and set it down right like that. And I'm lining it up with the window pane of the gold. And we're done. We just have to stamp something and write something on the inside. I like to cut out another layer piece 4 by 5 1/4. Hi, Irene. Or use some dies to cut out white cardstock and decorate the inside. But this card seems so refreshing to me with all the storms, the wind, the rain, the dark clouds. I'm just loving how this card is so nice, bright, and cheery, and how the gold just shines. So there is card number 1. I now have 2 of them. That's exciting, so I can put them in my little stash of cards to send out, ready to go. All right, now let's go back to my box, and we're going to grab the polka dots and my paper trimmer. And I'm going to open up this card. Yes, Marcia, so simple. And I am going to put the fold in the cutting track and the point, I've taught you guys this before, of the card, the bottom right, in the cutting track. Then pay attention that if this moved, that you went back and you're putting them in the track. And I'm just cutting this at an angle and cutting that off. So now my card looks like this. Then we can take this and put it back in the card on the inside. So when your card closes, it still looks put together. You're not seeing everything that you're going to write in the card. For instance, if you started to write here, you could see it. And hi, Sandy. So this is going to make sure that the inside of the card is still attractive. Okay. So I'm going to take my liquid glue. I think that tear and tape or any type of other adhesive might be the runner might be too wide. We want a thin line at the top and down the side. We don't want it here because what we're doing is we're making a little pocket. And we want our lining piece that we're going to write on and decorate with to fit in here. So I'm just going to place it back. I got to pull it down so I can see. There we go. So now I have a pocket. When it dries, you got to give it a minute to dry. So how are we going to decorate this? Let's leave that open, and let's go back to our punch outs. Okay, let's see here. I've got 2 of these. Two of the Orchid Oasis type plants. And then a happy. Where are my happies? Okay. So at this point, you can either take your little dots that come in the kit. That's how I adhered this one down, with the little dots. Or you can take your liquid glue and get a light thin line, push it around with the nose tip if you get a lot on there, and set it down that way. The adhesive that's in your kit, though, doesn't have to dry. So this is going to have to set up a minute so it doesn't slip around. So you might want to use your dots. Okay, set this down. And I'm going to open it up to make sure I get it in the right spot here. And we've got the word happy. Okay, let's use our mini glue dots like I said. If they're a little bit wider than the project, then you can roll them and fold them. So we want to adhere the left-hand side because the right-hand side of the leaves hang over the card where it's split. So there's one. There's two. And then I'm going to concentrate on getting up towards the tip. Get those two down. And then I'm going to take a little piece of scrap, put some glue on there. Hi, Louise. Your card's in the mail, Louise. And just help this part stay down as well. Okay. Then we're going to take the second one. I'm going to place it where I think I want it. Look at the leaves that I know can be glued down, that are not hanging over the cutout edge. And I think I'll do this. It seemed a little faster, didn't it? Okay, so let's concentrate on these three again, and maybe the stem. Then we can put this down as well. Okay, if mine are loose, but if you don't like that, you can definitely just see where it's loose and put it down a little bit more. Okay, here's the Orchid Opulence pieces. This one's going to go towards the top. And this one's going to hang over a little bit, so we're going to make sure that we don't get any glue on these two. Okay, I need a little bit more. But I love using the scrap for my glue because there's no way I can put too much. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now for the inside, what I wanted to point out to you is two die sets that really, really make this card cute. I'm going to give this to my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. The Scallop Contour dies and the Radiating dies fit together perfectly. Yes, I love it. Oh my gosh, that's so nice to know. So we just put this in the pocket, and then when she opens it up, she can pull out her message. But when the card is closed, you don't see any of that. Okay, you can add ribbon if you want, whatever you want to do. So let's go to Mother's Day. So happy, and then polish pink. Thank you guys. Mother's Day. If you wanted to stay with the gold, you could gold emboss this, but we're doing quick and easy here. And we're using what's in the kit for the most part. Then I'm going to flip this around, put glue here. And then the contour die with the scallops, just so cute, and the stitching around the radiating stitches is just beautiful. Okay, so then I took the pink pot here, but this time I'm going to take the little lavender one with the gold top and the same flower, fern, and you'll see a little bottom here. I'm just going to set the bottom, the stem, in the pot like that, so I have a little bit of the leaves hanging over the pot. Turn it over, add one of your dimensionals, and set it down right there. Or you can glue it down flat. This one is glued down flat. And then it slips right in there. So see what I'm saying about you only want glue here so you have your open pocket to slip this in. So this looks adorable when you open it up. You just see the pot there, the potted plant, and she can just grab it out. She loves her cards, my mother-in-law. She saves them all. My mom used to too, but now she just doesn't remember, so I put them away for her. But isn't that a cute little split card? I just love them. So here's what we've got so far with this kit. Okay. So then I talked about this card having a shelf and looking to me like it was something that younger people would like. So the first thing, I didn't care for how flat it is. That's just me. I love texture. I love dimension. So I cut it in half because I wanted to cut out my bookshelf. Then this is going to be for the inside of the card. So let's just cut this down right now for the inside by 5 1/4. Okay, that will be for the inside. Then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put the shelving right in the track for the cut line there. And then I'm going to cut my shelf out. This just gives me more dimension. You can make this card the same way I'm doing it now without cutting it out, or you can cut it out, whichever you like best. So here is my little shelf, and then I have all these pieces where I can make more banners if I want. Now, I like this color here of shelving, so I took, this is not in the kit, I took Crumb Cake piece of cardstock, and I'm going to use that as my card base. See how that matches up? Looks kind of blah right now. So let's start to dress this guy up. I'm going to take one of my punch outs. And we're going to do a little vase there. And I'm hoping I have one more small. Did I use all the small ones already? My goodness, I did. See there? They're all gone. What did I use them on? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, it's nice that you use all your stuff, right? So I'm going to have to find a stamp. Let's see what's in the kit. Duh. Okay, I'm going to stamp this. This one here that's in the kit on some scrap white. And I'm going to use my shaded spruce. Okay, because I've used all my smaller punch outs already, I'm going to have to cut this out with my snips. So I usually remove it from the bigger piece. And then we'll cut like I've taught you. You want to move your paper, not your scissors, to get around. I don't think it would have looked good if I stamped right on the card, and I'm scared to try it in case I don't like it, so I'm doing it this way. It's going to take me a minute. Excuse me. So today it's not supposed to rain, I don't think, here. So I'm excited to go out in my yard. I know it's crazy, huh? And do some weeding. And I went and bought some flowers yesterday when it stopped raining for a little while to fill up my terracotta pot little area that I made. And then I put a new great big planter at my front door. Oh my gosh, I put a hydrangea in there because it's all shade in the middle, and then some hanging, they're called gold something, plants that will droop down out of the pot. And I was thrilled because we had company, and the first thing they said when I opened the door is, "Oh my gosh, this pot looks so beautiful at the front door." It's like, oh, yay. I was just working on it, so I'm glad that other people like it as well. Okay, so here we go. We got a little snow, but it didn't stick, and now the sun's out. Yeah, that's good. Okay, that looks good. Yay. Okay, so now we know when we run out of our little punch outs that we can just use the stamps, cut them out, and they're going to look just as cute. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing, put a dimensional down, and I'm going to move this over to my left a little bit because I don't know about you guys, but you know how I have them anyway, little signs around your house that say different things. I have a sign that says farmer's market, hello, that type of thing. So I thought on this shelf it would be realistic to have a sign, and because this is so springy, I'm going to use the word spring that comes in the stamp set, and I'm going to use the polished pink since that's the ink that comes in the kit as well. And I'm going to make my own little sign to put on my bookshelf right here that says spring. Okay, but that doesn't look very realistic to me as a sign, so I'm going to take one of my blending brushes, soft suede because it's a soft brown, take most of the ink off and then just go over, and it matches with the crumb cake that we've got going on in this card. Okay, and so that now it looks to me like starting to look like wood, which a sign might be wood. And I'm going to move all this over, and I'm going to bring over my my Big Boss. And I've got number 1, and then I have my timber folder to make this little block of, this now is going to be a block of wood. It's small, so you want to use the black line like I've taught you in the past. So place it there on the end so you can hold on to it so it stays straight. And, oops, and then pinch it. Nope, I keep moving it. Let's get it all the way on the end so I can pinch it shut. It's a small piece, so that's why. And then you want to go in with the fold first. Put in my number 4 plate and run it through and make this little block, a little block of wood that says spring on it. Just a little detail that makes everything look a little bit more realistic. See that? Cute. Okay. Now I'm going to set up my cut and emboss machine. Let's get this back. Let's put our block down with glue. Hi Bonnie, welcome. And I'm going to put some glue on the back. And then I'm going to add my block that says spring. Move my plant over to the left a little bit so you can see the words. Get it right on the shelf. And then we're ready to go. Okay. So we're building this cute little shelf that says spring, but it looks blah to me. So I went over, you know, what's the theme of this whole pack? It's gold, isn't it? So I got some gold foil, and I have my large radiating rectangle die, and I'm going to run this through my Big Boss. And show you how this cuts out the outside, not the inside. However, the smaller radiating die, the next one down in size, if you want to cut this out so you don't waste this gold piece, it fits right in there perfect as well as the rectangle stitch dies, and you can cut that piece out. For time's sake, I'm not going to cut that out right now. I am just going to place this on there, and look how it just radiates. It just shines. It just brings the sun out on this card. So I'm going to place my shelf on the gold foil. Excuse me. And I'll take pictures of all these cards and place them on my Facebook page, both my private and my business, later today. But I can't wait to get outside and get my hands in the dirt and start planting all those beautiful flowers. Set this on. Hi, Terry. So I like the way the gold foil is connecting with the gold in the stamps. There's gold here, 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 here. And I love how the crumb cake is working with the actual shelf. Okay, so now remember I said we can use the other part of the card for the inside. Hi, Annie. So let's do that. This is a stamp in one of the stamp sets that come in this kit, and the Orchid Opulence. Hi, Deborah. All of a sudden I got a frog in my throat. There's a pot there. If you want some color, you just grab your blending pen. I always say it wrong. Blender pen, because there's other items with blender in their name, and I don't want you to get confused. This is very, very subtle, but I'm just grabbing the ink from the side, and it's coloring in very lightly. What a fun and different paper pumpkin. I love it. Yes, I know. I do too. And then to highlight this pot a little bit, I took the polka dots that are in the kit and stamped them right at the top. And then we're going to take the shaded spruce and another one of the stamps in the kit. There's so many ferns and plants. This is, I don't know the names of plants really well, so I don't know what these are all called. Look at that. How cute is that? So refreshing. We're all ready for this weather to go away. Put this inside the card. And away we go. I think that I like a little bow right here, it ties in with the crumb cake as well. Definitely not necessary, but the linen thread just happens to match with pretty much everything. Hi, Cookie. So a double bow I do. Ah, messed that one up. There we go. Okay, I want this to be tiny for this little terracotta pot. Boy, are we. Can hardly wait for spring. I know. Guess what we're doing this weekend, Diane? Well, everybody. My daughter has become this sourdough French bread maker that I understand from other people I've been talking to that this is hard to do, that a lot of the times the starters don't work. You have to, they're like living things, and so you have to feed them and do all these things, right? Well, she's teaching me. And this weekend sometime, we're not sure, Saturday or Sunday, we're going to make some more bread because our starter is alive and well. It's so exciting. So we're going to make some more, Diane. When I saw your name, I thought of that. Don't tease me. I know. It's so good. All right. So there's this card here, too. So look what we've got with this kit that's completely different than the instructions it comes with. I think they're all elegant. I think they're all very pretty. But one more thing. Remember I said that the polka dot was my favorite? Well, I went to it right away when I got the kit, and I cut the card in half. I don't have any more because I've used all three of them. There's 3 of each card in this kit. So I cut the card in half like this, and I used the bottom for a box bottom and the top for a box top. After I formed my box, I laid it flat, and I used the heart from the Radiating Dies, and I cut a window in my box. Look how stinking cute this is. When I cut the window out, I put a window sheet in there, and I had this heart with the Radiating Dies, or the stitching around it. So I just pinched it, and I ran out and got my ladybug punch, and I used the heart for her body. I'm looking for my black matte dots. I don't know if I have them close by. I mean, I know I have them here in my basket somewhere, but I don't want to take a lot of time looking for them. I forgot to pull them out. So anyway, I'm going to add black matte dots to her antennas and probably a little bow. And then you've got this cute box made with this kit. And then I put that big tag on the inside for some color. And you can put whatever you'd like in your little stinking cute box. And just so happy. Look at this. So cute. It goes with all of them. I just love it. So after I get my mattes on, my matte dots on, and my little bow on, this guy will be in the pictures as well. So here we go. I'm going to put them down one at a time so you don't get overwhelmed with the look. Decide, this is number 1. Decide which one's your favorite and let me know. Number 1 or the box. Number 2. Let's show all the fancies of number 2, right? I think this might be my favorite. I don't know. Number 2. number 3, and then we've got the box. So I gave you 4 ideas this morning. I hope you get your kit out and work with it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And remember, there's refills. If you're a subscriber, you can get refills. And once you run out of your consumables, you always have your stamps. You love number 1, Colleen. Number 1. Colleen's favorite is number 1. Number 3. Number 3, this one. Number 2, but I love them all. Jean, I think you and I have the same exact taste. I think we do. So thank you for telling me what you like the most. I appreciate that. Number 2, Annie. Yep, that doesn't surprise me, Annie. You and yep. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed your time here. I know time is precious. I appreciate you being here. Go have fun with your new kit. And if you'd like to subscribe, just go to paperpumpkin.com at the end of the process that it walks you through. If you do not already have a creative coach, you can choose me as your coach and then enjoy your paper pumpkin. Diane likes number 2 as well. I think this is what gets me here. I think this is what gets me. This is what I'm going to give my mother-in-law. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.